visuals and welcome to a Visual Guyz ramble on video featuring Dan and Chris. And as today's theme has been dog dick, we will continue with dog dick. We won't really, Chris.
No,
Chris looked at it.
No,
Have you seen that video of the guy? He's at a concert and he says something like, "This is why we have dicks" or some shit. And the security guy down on the front stage hears what he says and he looks at the other one like, "What? Oh no, what is it?" He says, "Pull as hard as you can on your dicks." Some shit like that. It's a weird old video. But anyway, Chris has been enjoying a lovely week off. Have you been having fun, sir?
I have. I've been enjoying it. I've been loving it.
Yeah, it's nothing. It's quite. It's not a shame, but it is at the same time. It's when you get time off work and you just become a fat lazy slob. You feel like you've not done anything, but at the same time, you feel like I kind of just want this. You just want to be a fat lazy slob and do absolutely fuck all.
You just want to be a fat lazy slob.
Yeah, you're usually on the hustle and bustle, on the grind, earning that dough, boy. You gotta spend them pennies to spend them pennies, and then you're like, I can sit on the couch and just wait. There's nothing better than sitting on the couch and wasting a day. Next thing you know, it's midnight. You're like, I've spent all day watching, I don't know, Rick and Morty or some shit. And you're like, it's fucking class. Have you got any weird shit you gonna bring up, Chris, or not?
I do.
Oh, lovely, jubbly.
I do.
Let me hear. I just saw you on your phone. That's what I thought. Maybe he was quickly checking what he'd.
One of them I seen this morning.
Oh,
to be
hello.
fair. And I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, it's one of them things. It makes
One
you
of
the
them
fuck.
things. A person decided to interrupt two tortoises. He interrupted two tortoises. Tortoises?
Oh my god. If there was Michelangelo and Leonardo chilling in a room, I'd say it's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So what would you say for tortoises?
I don't know. It's the same creature. Let's say turtles.
Okay. Yeah, just because we cannot speak, we'll say turtles. I'll do that. Not a problem, mate. Right, turtles.
Yeah, so a person interrupt two turtles having a bit of hanky-panky, right?
I love watching turtles not shag.
He lifts the male off the female.
Mm-hmm.
Its one was bigger than it was.
Wait, what? Its hoo-ha was bigger. How big was the turtle? How big was the creature?
I reckon at least just over 30 centimetres. Just guessing.
So you're talking like that?
Yeah.
And its knob was bigger than that?
Yeah.
How the fuck what the shit? I bet he was raging. Imagine if he was on
That's what I was thinking.
It's like, hey, Turtles baby, I'm about to blow my... And he's just floating in midair.
Someone's just dragging him out. What the hell?
Why is... I mean, I guess it needs to be a bit big because does it have to go past or under a shell?
I think
Wait,
it goes in.
Where's the entry point? Because the only holes I know of are the bits for their arms and shit.
I think it's at the back where the tail comes out.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
There's some Google. We'll get some Google when I'm in bed alone.
No, you can. I'm not.
We'll get to some Google. So he pulled it out and had a big long john.
Yes.
Jesus fucking Christ. There's a few people at work that I know that could do with a turtle dick then. I know, usually when you say somebody's got a massive knob, you're like donkey dick or whatever, so now we can say turtle dick.
Yeah.
Because if you're saying 30 centimetre dick, I think most human blokes wouldn't mind that.
Exactly.
So there you go, you want a turtle dick. If you ever get operations, plastic surgery, ask for the turtle dick. Not a problem. I didn't realise it'll be so fucking big.
Neither did I.
I bet the girl was a bit like, what's happened here? Because obviously they haven't got much head movement, have they?
No,
like, they can't exactly. She's probably sat there going, oh, yes, darling, this is beautiful. I'm going to climax. And then she's like, hello? Hello? And what does she feel like? She's probably had sex with a Guyz. What the fuck? What's the guy doing? Just be like, oh, look at this. Look at the penis of the turtle.
He just lifts it out. He just pulls it out and just holds it.
Is it a random person or is it some documentary kind of guy?
There's the camera on these two turtles.
These two.
Yeah, these two creatures.
Shelled creatures.
Yeah. And then just some random person just scoops his hands down or her and then just pulls him off.
I hope it's a documentary person or else there's somebody out there just interrupting turtle sex.
Yeah.
For no. What are you doing today? Love your day off. I'm going to go interrupt the life cycle of turtles. There's too many turtles in the world. Oh, that's harsh as fuck. I mean, it's quite... To be fair, the turtle might have been loving it. You might have pulled him out, seen this massive John. You might have seen the camera and be like, hey, look at me. It might have been doing that. Okay, so you've been watching some weird shit, Chris.
Well, not on purpose.
Interrupting to... Imagine you did that in real life. I mean, to be fair, Laura might be loving it because I'll be able to get off. She can go, oh, I can fucking breathe.
What me just interrupting you in sex? Go on, Dan.
Yeah, you just if you can lift 132 kilograms, if you can lift that up, and I'm in midair going, but she's stopped suffocating. She's not getting sweated on as much. I'm describing our sex life beautiful. I'm sorry. It's just I'm a seal and she's a gentle little penguin. And I'm just, I don't know which one of us has the big tits in the relationship, but she definitely grabs mine from time to time. She's grabbed titty from time to time. I'm not going to lie. She's had a bit of titty. She's going to fucking kill me. Luckily, I would have seen her by the time this goes out, so I'll have like 3 or 4 days before I get a hiding. So we're all right. We're absolutely fine. There you go, turtle porn interrupted. What else have you got, Chris? You said there was a couple of things.
Yes. You can drink moth milk.
What? You can drink moth milk? What?
You can drink moth milk.
Sorry, I did hear you could drink moth milk. What the fuck? So, right, I didn't know moths.
What they do is, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's water or whatever.
I imagine that's dead dry.
But as the moths are just sitting there, they just put this cup of water, stick it in under them, and then this milk just comes out. And it's meant to be a delicacy over in Thailand. And it's supposed to be really expensive.
Imagine going to a Thai person's house. They've got the nan there on her hind legs, chopped in half. Oh, she died last week. We usually eat her feet to say goodbye. Oh, there's some moth milk if you want a coffee. And then they've probably got a fucking, I don't know, an anaconda split in half. We eat the liver, we squirt it in our eyes to get to the system. You'll have to, listen, mate, Mackie D's, KFC. So, yeah, moths produce milk.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I've thought about licking a lot of animals. Like, you know when you look at, you know when you look at a snake and a lot of people go, oh, it's slimy and wet, and obviously they're not, are they?
They're not the scaly.
Yeah, and you see, I don't know, you see a frog, and I always imagine it'll be like, do you remember them old candies?
Don't think frogs are poisonous.
Only the bright ones, isn't it?
Yes.
You know that them candies that was like pure chocolate, but it was like little balls of clumps of like purple and red and that. Was it rainbow something? Oh, it's like a proper British sweet. I always imagined like frogs would feel like them. So every time I used to eat them on the bus, I'd be like, I wonder if this is what a frog tastes like and shit like that. Well, imagine if you were to get a moth and lick it.
Just go to France and have some frog legs.
No thanks. I imagine moths.
Yeah, it's a no from me as well, to be fair.
Yeah, poor frogs as well. Rip it away. Next thing you know, the fucking part of a creme du fromage sleigh. Yeah, moths I imagine to be dry as shit. So I imagine liquid. Because don't they eat like your curtains and shit? So if they're eating fabric, I can't imagine it just... Nah, fuck that. I'm fine for moth milk. Mothman. Mothman. Any sort of liquid to come from an insect or a bug or out, it doesn't seem very appealing as it is anyway.
No.
I mean, it's weird enough that we willingly toss off cows and give that... Because I remember...
Well, that's not tossing off, that's milking.
No, but I remember when I used to milk cows, and I honestly thought I was wanking them off. Like, you're talking, I was like 6, 7 and that. I'm thinking...
Well, for starters, the female.
At this point, I didn't know. I had no idea. I just thought you grab that. Because obviously
it's... Udder. Udder.
Yeah, when I'm doing it, it's the same farm. I watched one be born, and I honestly thought I was in the scene an alien, and I'm sat there like light-headed, ready to just fucking keel over and think, what the fuck's going on? Watching the farm lad rip the sack open and shit, and it's like, ah! But obviously when you're milking them, and it's not quite clean milk, is it? It's sometimes a bit bloody, and sometimes it's a bit...
No, but you do it for a little bit until you get the clean stuff, and then you into the bucket you go.
And obviously, I've always had an issue with cows as well, why they've always got shit on their ass. You know, because like when they shit, it doesn't like... It's like... It's straight down, so you're like,
it's all the grass they eat.
Yeah, but you're milking them. That's shit right there. They ain't gonna got a clue.
But you know where near their arse, you're under them.
Yeah, but no, but like here, the arse is there. You're still, relatively close to shitty arse.
Yeah, but this side of the legs, not that side of the legs.
Fucking you're still like that far away from shit bum.
You're just making excuses up.
It's horrible. It's not. Well, I would never do it again. I was working on that lad's farm.
I just like milking cows.
I hate
and help with the sheep lambing.
I hated it with a fucking passion. See, the farm that we used to live on, we were on the farm, but the farm wasn't ours. The farmer there, he had lots of really fucking cool animals and shit. And all I knew was I thought it was like a hell for animals, and I would honestly sit and be like, I would just run around there and I'd just let everything out. I never did that, and obviously it would be super illegal and shit. But I always used to think I'd just run on there and just let all these little animals go.
Why do you think it was hell for animals?
Because I thought the animals, because obviously at that point I didn't realise, you know, we shave sheep for stuff like that, or we might use, you know, different animals for different stuff and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like even the horses at this point, I thought they just had horses on there to eat. I thought, oh, we get animals on and we just kill them to eat them. Like I wasn't even thinking really more about like the milk that goes into coffee and shit, because I was sat there drinking Panda Pops and fruit juice and shit. I didn't have a coffee at this point. And I just thought, oh, it's a place for animals to be born, just to be smashed up and put in pies. And I thought, yeah, get the fuck out. I used to always daydream of that, and there was a gate leading into our house you could leave open, and you used to go, who keeps leaving the gate open? And I'm thinking, yes, fucking get. Obviously it didn't matter because the animals were still in their pens and shit. But I thought I was trying to help. It's like when I found out what veal was, and I was like, how do you pronounce it? Veal. Because obviously they only call it that because if they called it baby cow, nobody would buy it. South Park did a whole episode on this. If yes, no, thank you very much. The fact they have to sit there and they have to be all tender and weak and the meat's no, that's fucking horrible.
Tastes nice though.
No, it's
so does venison.
It's a weird thing that we do anyway. We herd up these animals just to use them for their products and be like, okay, thank you.
Yeah, but it's what we're supposed to do.
You know, I think we're supposed to do it more natural in the wild, not create these horrible environments for them and be like, you want it a bit more tender, we'll make sure they haven't got any movement and they're on a chain, on a little pole and stuff. Oh, you want it tasting like this?
See, they're not allowed to have animals like that. That's cruelty.
I think that
they're not allowed, they've got to be free range to be roaming and stuff like that. That's how you
make veal, though, isn't it? Because they can't move and they're all weak and the meat's dead thin. Yeah, thank you. But that made me feel fucking really, really bad.
I don't think you can get veal much nowadays, though.
I have no idea.
So
I think I just eat the same. Well, there again, I'm saying all this, right? But I'll happily have a Burger King or I'll happily have a burger. And I can tell you right now, I can't guarantee what's in it.
Nah.
So I could be eating baby cow.
Could be.
100 fucking.
I recommend you try venison. That's good.
Which one's venison?
Bambi.
I had. Oh no, fuck that. See, when you say Bambi, then I'm just gonna say no. Should have just said something like demonic demon wolf that killed 1,000 people. I'd say, oh god.
It's not a wolf. It's a deer.
I'll have a bit of that. Yeah, I know, but if you would have just lied about what it was, when I tried different meats, I remember when I had the market in town and I ate. Oh, what was it? It wasn't kangaroo.
Crocodile?
I tried crocodile. It gave me a bad belly and I had the most weird dump. We always talk about shits and dicks at the minute. Well, man, we're lad, shit and dick, haha, funny. And it gave me a dodgy tummy and I'm like, you know, I'll just stick to Asda. Stick to Asda, whatever the fuck that is. So if I ever got these countries and they offer me a fucking burger or whatever the fuck it's, I know, because I'm just probably going to poo everywhere.
Okay.
Okay. Stop saying that meme, mate. It's fucking okay. Have you seen that huge meme that's going about that cat that goes, I go meow? That cat that's meowing.
Yes.
It's so fucking funny. With the raccoon that's, you know, have you seen the raccoon?
No.
Have you not seen the raccoon? I think it's nearly the most liked video online of all time. It's some dish that comes up. What's that? Bed or bang, and it's just going like that on a fucking thing. It's fucking adorable. And then the cat, which is getting loads of views, I go meow. I'll just sit here in the morning before work, just smoking away, watching this kind of meow. It's so adorable. Meow, meow. Now, wait, what else has been happening anyway?
Well, I've got one more.
Oh, he's got one more. Is it dick or shit or milk?
Neither.
Oh, hello. It's something new.
Something new.
Is it anything weird?
Yes.
Oh. Tell me what it is.
A woman over in America.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Her mum passed away.
Oh, what the fuck? Are we going to laugh at the end of this or what?
No. Her mum passed away and left her a bit of money, but she's always lived with her mum. Mm-hmm. She's in her 30s, but she's always lived with her mum.
Right.
Okay. When her mum passed away, she left her some money. Like, a lot of money. I think just over $1 million.
Jesus Christ.
I know. But because she wasn't used to living on her own, she couldn't sort everything out. She couldn't put her head.
More like me, Jesus Christ.
She couldn't put her head round it. So
you mean like household shit, like washing and stuff, right?
So she sold the house, put all that in her bank and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then she decided to dress up as a 13-year-old girl, go to an adoption agency.
Oh, what the fuck?
And say that she's a 13-year-old girl, homeless, she's got nowhere to go. And a couple ended up adopting her.
Oh my fucking God.
And she lived with them for 6 months.
until they found out her real identity.
Wait, so when she was 30 and they believed that she was 13 when they
Yep.
adopted her?
Yeah.
How young did she look? Have you got a picture
I
of
think
her?
I've got a picture.
She must have looked so fucking young.
Where are we up there?
What the shit?
I know.
To be fair, I would have been buzzing. I'd be like, hang on a sec, you're a multi-millionaire. Oh, you're going to pay a bit of rent, and if we keep doing your dishes, like, oh, how much did you do the dishes? I'd be like $5,000 just to see what the crack is.
See, she doesn't look like a teen.
Nah, not really, nah.
Nah.
Jesus Christ, she looks Bulgarian. She looks like she's fought through a couple of wars. What the fuck? Yeah, that's... I am a mama's boy, and I live... obviously, mummy does a lot of the looking after. I do cleaning and all that kind of shit. But, you know, my sockies end up getting cleaned somehow by some magic fairy. But even I wouldn't stoop that low as to sell everything, make yourself... Because surely the adoption agency would have said, no, hang on a sec. Like, surely they would have had some...
Well, the only reason why it came out is because she was getting bullied at school for being looking older than she was.
Wait, so everybody was fooled then? So the adoption agency and everybody was fooled. Mm-hmm. They sent her to school and shit. She got adopted and whatnot. And everyone's like, Jesus Christ, Martha, you look 30-odd.
Yeah.
What the shit? Oh my God. I think I'm done sometimes. She's literally, like, put the wool over an actual, I don't know what you call it, adoption, an institute, whatever the fuck you call it. And then pull the wool over them, the fucking school and that. What the fuck? So what's the situation now?
I think she's getting arrested for false identity and all that stuff.
So she, obviously the tragic passing of her mum, which is obviously horrendous and not nice, but then she's got a few quid and she could get her shit together. Couldn't she have had a pal to come over and say, listen, do you want to live with me?
You'd think so.
I've got a few quid. I'll sort you a couple of quid out.
You'd think so.
You just at least show me what's going on.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Okay, she's a fucking... She, like I said, she looks like a Bulgarian.
I'm sure if I did that, I'd get called a very naughty name and fucking locked up.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, you'd be one of them fucking, Jolly Rogers.
Yeah.
One of them fucking Jimmy Saviles.
Yeah.
Fuck, if I walked into adopted agency, shit, when my mummy pops a clog, so God forbid it happens anytime soon, and I walk in and go, listen, I don't know how to do the dishes, can someone adopt me? And they look at me and go, are you not 50? And I go, I'm not 31 here, you cunts. And then I need a doctor. Fuck me, and I end up in primary school or whatever, learning my ABCs again. I'm like, miss, why is that man's head on upside down? Because I'm bald with a beard. And I'll be like, listen, Derek, don't be a grass. I don't know why it's called Derek. Don't be a grass, mate. I'm just here.
Yeah, I don't think you get kids called Derek nowadays.
No, probably fucking... No, Derek's... Yeah. Do I even know a Derek?
I do, my uncle Derek.
Oh, there you go. Derek. I don't think I do, and I meet a lot of blokes.
I don't know someone I used to work with called Derek.
You may know two more Dereks than I know, sir. I do not know a Derek. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, but you're right. You wouldn't get away with it. It's like that whole conversation with just as soon as you brought it on to Jimmy Savile shit.
You did, not me.
What was that fucking thing? Oh shit! Stacey's Mum, the song. Stacey's Mum. Like, how mad would it be if it was the other way around and it was like a young girl crushing on Stacey's dad or young whatever crushing on Stacey's dad? Because if you remember the music video, there's a lot of suggestive scenes and whatnot of Stacey's mum looking, in a bikini and all that kind of shit. Imagine how weird everyone was buzzing when hey, Stacey's mum has got Stacey's dad. It would be a bit creepy and weird and dodgy if you saw Stacey or whoever coming over and it's the dad that's flaunting the bits and all that kind of shit. But yeah, it was acceptable.
It'd be just in his boxes. Well, it'd be just his shorts or t-shirt, won't he? Mowing the grass.
Yeah, it'd be doing...
And it's really her perving on him, so...
Yeah, but it still wouldn't...
Be, in that hindsight, just be an innocent girl crush.
The guy's not doing anything, you're absolutely right. But it just wouldn't feel the same. Like, it would give me... Because if you remember the music video, the guy... the little kid fantasizing about Stacey's mum and she's on stage and she's coming out the pool and she's looking at him. And if they replicated that scene, you'd be like, okay, even though this is all in her head, this is nonsense as shit and I don't like it. But yet we were all absolutely happy to be like, hey, look at that little teenage lad and she's coming out the pool. And he's like, go on, son. It's a very weird thing.
It is a weird
Because, like, say it now, if you found out, like, Daddy's Home, Adam Sandler film... where he gets his teacher pregnant and, all that kind of stuff. You think, cool, whatever. But if it was the other way around, you'd be like, this is extremely creepy. and I don't like it. Like it should all be not okay. If you know what I mean?
It shouldn't be okay at all. No.
Yeah, it should.
But
None of it should be.
It's weird when it's the other way around, though.
Yeah. Like, to be honest, right, if I'm walking down the street and I hear some 14, 15-year-old bloke being like, hey, I'll just smash my English teacher.
That's what I mean.
You'd be like,
I'm like, fucking high five to you, lad.
Well done, mate.
Yeah.
And then if I heard some girl walking past me, I'd be like, hang on a sec. Do I need to ring someone here?
Exactly.
It's
weird, isn't
Why
it?
is it? I don't, to be fair, actually, we're speaking as well from the minds of men. Girls might look at it and think that's creepy as shit when boys are like, hey, with their female. So maybe it's just because we're men looking at it. I don't know.
No.
That's another fucking weird little shit we need to think that. I had something happen with my boss this week, actually. It was very fucking weird. I nearly blew everybody up with a wire. It was fucking hilarious. Because I told you before, we're using a pan mixer. And yeah, you keep the wire attached and you bring it under the belt and shit. And I drove over the wire, carried on, and it went pop! And it was 14,000 or something volts that come out. And I'm sat there laughing. It was like, that's fucking so. And I'm like, oh my God. Anyway, he had to fix it. Luckily, for whatever reason, I think my boss thinks I'm his son or some shit. He fucking loves me, even though I'm winging it every day of my life. I was like, hey, sorry, that was on me, my bad. And as I'm walking past giving it my bad, he grabbed my hand and dabbed me up. And I was like, the fuck just happened there? I have never once in my life, because he's a very old bloke, he just wants to fix shit and talk about tractors and wagons. He did that and he went in and I'm thinking, where the fuck, what the shit? It honestly freaked me the fuck out. Like, it was kind of nice, but I was just walking there and he grabbed it, dabbed it up and thinking, you don't dab people up, this is weird as shit. I didn't like it, it gave me a little bit of a shiver and I felt like I'd been nonced in a weird way. I did.
Maybe he is trying to.
It might be, it's fucking hilarious because again, when I bring up any sort of construction-y, wagon-y sort of thing, if I bring it up, he'll talk to me for 10, 15 minutes about it, and I think, sweet, that's 10, 15 minutes of chatting to him about this, and I have no idea what he's saying. He's like, oh, do you know that farm? If you go down there and go down this route, and you know that farm? I'm like, yeah, I know. And he's like, oh, they've got this new bit. Oh, yeah, lovely, I know exactly what that is. I ain't got a fucking clue what it's on about, and not a fucking tickety-two. But when I bring up my shit, like going to films and all this kind of stuff, you can see him sort of looking and being like, what's that? That's weird, isn't it? But as a boss goes, he's quite nice, he's alright.
He's alright.
He's alright. What else? So I mentioned this actually the other day. Something weird happened to me. Well, it didn't happen to me. I don't know if I scared myself or I filmed myself. Fucking little Richie Rich, the little cunt, scared me this morning. We always go around the back and make mortar and do all that kind of shit. And we always talk about scary kind of shit to freak us out because we end up like two little girls. And he's like, oh, and I'm like, oh, this is scary as shit, even though you're a young kid, like 20 and I'm 31. And I'm like, what the fuck? But we end up terrifying each other. And I was sat there making my shit and I'm looking at the buttons and there was an upside down cross and I was like, what the shit? I found out later he drew it. But I was bringing around the back. I was like, listen, mate, we need to stop speaking about demonic, weird, god shit because I don't think this is a scratch that's naturally occurred and it's the upset. And he's like, oh, that's mental. Then he eventually explained it. But I shit myself. I nearly left the back because when I'm around the back in the mornings, when I'm around at like 2, 3 in the morning, it's dark as fuck. And there's every little thing. There's always a cat that comes down and I'm always like, fuck off because you just sort of see its tail and then it comes and minging. Anyway, I went to work the other day and I sat staring at the clock and I had sort of like, I don't know if I was scared or if I had anxiety or what, but I watched the clock from about 25 to 5 to. No phone, nobody, just stared at the clock and just watched the because usually when you think, okay, I'm going to count a minute 1, 2, it's going to take forever. That felt like the quickest sort of time of my entire life, and it just probably went. And I was literally watching the second ticks and the minute hand move, and I was thinking, this is all shit that's literally counting down to my death, and it proper sent me in a weird like, oh, I don't like this. Is horrible. I was literally watching my life end. Have you ever sat and stared at a clock?
No.
Honestly, right, I recommend to go home and try it. Just stare at a clock and say, I'm going to give myself 10 minutes. No phone, no other noise. Just you staring at a clock. And the thoughts that come into your head are so weird and horrible and disgusting and minging. And I was like, the whole construct of time.
Yeah, but you've got a weird open mind thinking going on where I'm just like, I'm bored now. Yeah. I'm bored now.
Yeah, to be fair, actually, it does take a little while for me to get bored. I can do it, even shit that I'm not really into, I can think it. But no, I was just watching it and I was thinking about all the things that have happened and past stuff and future stuff, the stuff that I will never experience, the stuff that has come before me and this stuff that might have happened on this exact place that I'm in like 100 years ago that I'll never know about, and I was watching everything. All this time's working for everybody and shit, and just looking at everybody is literally just a walking countdown. And I'd seen it in that respect, in that regard. And then time itself coming to my head about there's no such thing as time going. Time. Think about how many times we've stood here. So I can't wait for next week's film. It might be Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, and like we're like, oh, it's out in 4 months, and then it's done. Dustin, next it's been a year. It's been 2 years, and the whole thing of time itself is just fucking disgusting. It's absolutely horrendous and vile and minging and shit. Because we always say at the start of the week, I can't wait for what we're watching tonight for what the fuck is it called again? The Fall Guy. The Fall Guy. And like first seeing the trailer for that and being like, oh, it's out in 4 months. We'll make sure we got to see that. And now it's happening tonight. And now we'll be talking about, oh, can't wait to see Apes next week. And that'll already got like Deadpool. We're going to be sat on the screen watching it, thinking, oh, it's 3 months away. And it's just how mentally quick that goes.
As you get older, life gets quicker.
100%. I remember waiting for Christmas and shit, or your birthdays.
That's what
and
I mean.
And feeling like it's like when people say a year now, years ago I'd be like, oh bloody hell. Now I'm thinking, hang on a sec, we're already in the 5th month.
Yeah,
we're not far off the halfway mark.
Christmas time, I had no job. I had no job. and like I said, I'm now 5 months into the job. I popped in to see my cousin yesterday. It's been busy, and I've not seen her since Christmas. That's been 5 months. It's just flown in.
I think that's another reason why Stand By Me, the end always gives us a bit tearful and a bit like, it's time and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's just horrible how quickly you look forward to so much shit and how quickly it goes, and how much of our lives we have genuinely wasted. Obviously, you can only define what's wasted. Like, you've spent a week being lazy on the Xbox. I'm sure you've absolutely enjoyed it, and I'm sure you don't feel like you've wasted it. Like, I've done that many times. To me, that doesn't feel like a waste, but to other people, it might. But, like, if really think about it, get it in your head, Chris, in literally a matter of no time at all, you're going to be on your deathbed, and that's it.
Thanks.
I'm sorry, mate, but that's the hard realization I was getting to in my head. And now I always bring up this fact. I'm sorry now how dark and horrible it is. And like, you think about it, and not long after, say you do have kids or what, I don't know if you will in the future, or if you want, that's a different subject. But like, them kids eventually gone and dead, and then their kids, and their kids, and next thing you know, 1,000 years has passed, and it's like you were never here. Like, this conversation, oh my God, it's freaking me out now.
I don't even think that fucking humans will be around in 1,000 years. The way things are
that's even more scary. This race of people that have had such an impact on this globe floating through space in 100,000 years time, whenever the human race ends.
We're not even at 1% of this fucking life, of this planet's life.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's still, we've probably had the most significant impact to humans on Earth than anything ever.
We've destroyed this planet.
Yeah, but like, even destroying it, it's going to be so insignificant in that 100,000 years time or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's going to be like it never, like every conversation you've had, every kind thing, every good deed, everything you've ever done, everything you've experienced, gone and never remembered, because the person to remember it's gone. So all these happy moments and all these memories you've got up here that will never be replayed like a film anywhere. It's fucking like, what the shit? It's horrible. And I got all that from watching a clock. It's fucking mental.
Well, stop watching clocks.
And I've been able to remember my dreams lately that have been so fucking, like, they're not like weird dreams. Like, they are. I don't
dream often.
Well, we dream every night, don't we? But it's whether you can. I'm awful at remembering my dreams. Little Rich at work can remember his dreams down to the last fucking thing.
Nah, see, I don't.
100% agree with you. But the last 3 nights, I've remembered my dreams perfectly, and I don't know why it's only the last 3 nights. But it's just all daunting. It's like, oh my God, time's coming from us all. And it's just, like I said, like the football season's about to be over. Like, 3 months of just hot weather and no football. And I can see me now. It's at James Park in a few months' time. The season's starting again. And it's all that dread of wait, but it's going to be, oh my fucking God.
You'll be fine.
It's just fucking, that's why I'm so happy at the same time why I live the way I live. Because don't get us wrong, apart from if I had a few more quid in the bank for a few more Lego sets and shit, I'm living exactly how I want to live life. I'm doing my shit, I'm hanging out with my girlfriend, I'm going to cinema with you, and I'm playing with toys, and that's all I want in life. I don't really want, the occasional trip would be amazing, but as a core, rest of my life, that's all I want, is just watch shit and play with toys, and that's it. So I'm quite happy I live the way I live, and I do what I do, because imagine how horrible, I need fast now, I've just had one. I love these random little thingies. Getting to your deathbed and regretting so much that you wish you did. No, I don't mean grand stuff, because sometimes you can't help because it's expensive, but I mean that one time you wish you had a go at this, or you've maybe experienced that, or went to this and do this, and you just shot there and you went, I didn't do any of that, oh, I did. Imagine how horrible that thought must be.
Well, then let's do it.
Well, like I said, luckily, without having the money side of things, I know you can't really help it.
Well, we need to put a pause on buying things, and then we can.
Yeah, no, I can't fucking help it, mate.
Exactly.
Well, no, to be fair, like I said, I'm really good at making sure the stuff that needs paid for is done. And I made sure I treated Teresa to her birthday. She's not listening, but happy birthday, mother. I made sure she got and he got, fuck me, 80 quid on junk. Gone in a day. I let out these snacks, put a massive pile in there, and back to a toilet. Oh, he had the time of his fucking life.
Why not?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But what we need to do is save up and get to Scotland so we can do that fucking quad.
The quad thing sounds amazing. To be fair, Laura's absolutely phenomenal with money, so
Laura,
yeah, I think
help him
she
save
would
up.
She would have to money manage for us all. Because, like I said, I'll get
Give
to a
him
point-
allowance or something.
Because I'll turn to a life of crime. If she has my allowance, and I'm like, this brand new Pokemon sets out, I need 300 quid to buy it. And she's like, no, you've had your pocket money. I would be looking at a bank with a watery mouth like, I can't do it, but I'm like, I can do this. I can fucking do
I'm
this.
going to put Laura in charge of your pennies.
I will turn to injustice. I'll be a bandit on the streets waiting for people to come home and be like, give us your fucking money. And they're like, oh, is it for drugs? No, it's for Pokemon cards. My girlfriend won't let me spend money. That'll be me like that, absolutely hooked. But yeah, sorry. I fucking love plugging out of, because it's mental how not real life is.
That's...
Like, you know, paying your bills and going to work and all that kind of shit. It's not real life.
It is.
It's not.
It's
a life that we've made, and we've collectively, without me fucking voting for it, have said it's the best system.
I didn't want to vote for it either, but it's something we have to do to get by life.
No, it's something we have to do, but real life to me is this part, is the going to the cinema, is the fun things, it's the doing shit you want to do. The fake part of life is the stuff that you need to do to fuel it. So, you know, going to work and all that kind of shit, it's something we've made up as a society because you've got to work, you don't earn any money, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
That's not real life. Your real life is your real emotions and stuff, your real fortune, what makes you happy, what makes you sad. That's your, the stuff that...
Yeah.
Me going to work and making a ton of mortar does nothing here. That's not real. It's just what I've... You know,
it's like to some people.
It's like... to some people, it might be their real life, if they say it is. But usually for most people, unless you're like a singer or somebody that loves their job, their job's their job. But it's like a side quest you don't want to do on a video game, but you kind of have to do because you might get that extra power up or that bit of loot that you need to carry on with the main journey.
Some side quests are quite good though.
Some side quests are fun, but some are like that. I can tell you there's a lot of stuff with games that I play where some side quests are tedious as shit, but you know you need to do it because you need to power up that one extra level to get back to the main story. Because that's what I mean. Side quests always lead you back to the main story, and to me, the job side of shit is all just side quest shit to fuel your main storyline. And your main storyline to me is the real life part. And it's just so fucking weird.
You think too much.
But there's, like I said, there's merit there when you really break it down and strip it down and take a look at every part. It's because I guess me and you, whether or not we like this film we're about to go see, me and you, obviously not everybody does. Me and you put a lot of stock and a lot of thought and a lot of powerful moments in film. We love storytelling and films and cinema and shit. So we'll have some real emotions in this film, whether it be laughter or action or jaw dropping, like and that will sit with me. I will resonate with this film for the rest of my life. No, even if I find it awful, because the only reason why I find it awful is because I love it so much. It's like, oh, I'm gutted that disappointed me. Whereas, you know, if you go to work or whatever, it's another bad day. You go to work, it's a good day. Oh, yeah, it's a bonus because it's a good day, but it was at work. But at least it was a good day. And you're just taking all this emotion and shit from it, and that's the stuff that's important, the real life shit.
Okay.
All this was just looking from a clock.
Stop looking at clocks.
Yeah, but it was. I quite like.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah, no, but it's quite nice to get out of the normal, mundane, static TV of thinking of just.
See, I do though. That's not an issue for me. I do shut off.
Some people probably can't help it as well. Some people probably have I can't help just shutting off.
I'm like that all the time, especially when I'm driving.
I feel like, again, obviously everyone's brain functions differently and we can't help the way they think and all that kind of stuff.
You've just got an over imaginary brain.
Over exaggerated imagination?
Something like that. Yes.
We couldn't be teachers. I'd love to be a teacher.
I don't think we would be able to be teachers.
I would be very good, but I feel like, because I feel like I would really talk to the people or the kids and that, be like, here, what's the crap? What's the matter?
It'd be them having to fucking teach me.
To be fair, yeah, I would write Daniel. They'd be like, there's no B in Daniel. I go, yeah, well done. I'll spell my name with a B and a 13 in it, or some shit like that. But yeah, the whole static. It just reminds me of some. Whenever I think that and feel that, I see a 1940s cartoon where it's a black and white and it's a bit static, and it's there's in the background there's like the Cold War. I know the Cold War was after, but there's wars going in the background. That's exactly how I picture it right now. I can see it, and I just see it as like you're plugged into a machine, and I see that Citroen Picasso advert where the machines kept making it and squiggle, making it and squiggle, making it. And I just see that and I think, what the fuck? And I'm like, I just want to break out and get to the bright, colourful, 1990s animated cartoon. That's literally all playing in my head right now as we speak this. That's the way I see it. But again, I know like everybody else, the way I'm speaking, it might mean absolutely nothing to some people. But like, I can't look at life that way. I don't want to look at life that way. That's fair enough.
Yeah, mine's just blank. And thinking, what the fuck are you on about?
See, that's scary. That's what and again, I'm not saying, it's obviously it's not wrong and it's not thingy because it's how you look at life and it's how you.
Yeah.
But I think it's quite nice to look at stuff, no matter what it may be, and instead of being like, that's that. What else could that be? What else could that represent? What else could that mean? What else could come from this? Because I guess another metaphor you could say is looking at life either 2-dimensional or 3-dimensional.
Yeah.
Because when people say, give us a one-word answer. Sorry, it's a one-word answer, yes or no. And you think, well, hang on a second. There's a lot more context to this. Like you could say a big political sort of view on something, and you could say, I agree. But there again, you could say, oh, you agree, but you say because, and I think because is such a beautiful word because there's always so much more layers and understanding and meaning. That's another reason why I like storytelling. A perfect one I can tell you is Lord of the Rings, right? You probably can't fucking remember. Even though the extended editions for the first time are coming out in cinemas in June, I don't know if you want to drag through that 4 hours of the cinema. I will happily go alone, but if they are going with Carlo, you best believe I'm fucking going. I've never seen the extended cinema. Anyway, right, so if you remember when Isildur refuses to drop the ring at the start of the Fellowship, and then he's going along with his boysies, and he gets shot in the back and falls in the water. Nope, can't remember. But you should remember Boromir's death, where he gets shot in the front off Lurtz with Aragorn, in the Fellowship of the Ring. And towards the end of the film, Boromir gets shot in the front. Oh, maybe we should do Lord of the Rings again in the cinema. Chris can't remember. But anyway, to me, you could just say that's 2 people dying. But there's a lot of symmetry there, but it's different because it was 2 people who were corrupted by the same thing, but had a different outgo. One was shot in the back by deceit, and one stepped away and decided, no, I shouldn't be corrupted by the ring and I shouldn't do this, and then I'll turn back to the path of good, and then was shot in the front. And to me, because like I said, you can watch it and go, he got shot, end of, but there's more to it. Like I said, I'm trying to use it as a metaphor. You can look at something and be like, okay, now let's break it down, because everything could be like, you as a person aren't just Chris that goes to work.
Not the minute I am.
No, but there's more to you. There's stuff that you love, there's stuff that you hate, there's stuff that you idolise, there's stuff that you passion, there's stuff that probably gets your heart beating.
Oh, yeah.
And I find it quite sad that, well, not sad, because you could say I'm sad for looking into films and stuff like that. I've got no argument with you were thinking of that. But it wouldn't be nice for, say if you're on a date and somebody looked at you and went, hi, I'm Chris, I go to work. I wear a grey outfit and tracksuit. But I know you, mate, and I know there's more to you. I know you might not say it and you might not think, but I know there's more layers to you. Like, I remember watching Gran Turismo with you and you getting wide-eyed and opened up and be like, oh, his real life engine's being fueled. And it was because I got to know you and asked questions and looked at every little layer and broke it all down and said that there is more there than just Chris who drives about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, you know what my passions are.
Yeah, but exactly, yeah. But other people won't because they haven't broke it down and looked to it properly. And you could take it from you to, like I can look at a Game Boy, right? To most people, it's just a Game Boy. But to me, it gets flooded back with memories, feelings, emotions, exact dates. Where I was looking at the back of the original Pokemon box and reading it down and having my adventure. Like I could break from just looking at a Game Boy to cigarettes. I can tell you some of the places where I've had my favourite cigarettes. And it's just a pack of cigarettes. But I can look at that for a split sec. I can live a whole world and be like, okay, the time we first originally went camping with the boys on the back of Melbourne Park, and we set our tents on fire like fucking idiots. And it all started with me and my pal, Andy, stargazing, looking up, and I can remember just smoking away and doing it. I remember the time at the river back down south with my old pal Russ, and we found a little bow. So just from thinking about having a fire and sitting there, and these things come from it. And it's so nice to look at something and go, okay, let's break this down. So I looked at that clock and I was counting away and say, my head just went, let's break this down. And I saw different parallel universes and futures and shit. It was mint. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah, so I just look at a clock.
Yeah. And like I said, I'm ranting and I'm talking 100 miles an hour.
Just a little bit like. You are on a bit of rant today.
But it's fun because, like I said, I looked at that and that, in a weird way, wasn't 25 minutes wasted. It was 25 minutes gained with new ideas and new sort of ways of looking at shit and new sort of this and that. Sometimes it is nice to unplug and zone out and just be like, okay.
Oh, it is. It is nice.
It's like, here's a perfect one for you, actually. We'll end it on this because we do need to go to the cinema. Like looking at a football match, whereas most people would see it and describe it as, it's just a bunch of men kicking a ball about.
Yeah, that's how I see it.
And it's not just you, there's a lot of people that see it that way. But people who then get into football and see it, they'll break down so the people that aren't even on the ball, so they might be nowhere near the ball, but they're doing such an important job with their position and where they're moving and shit because you're looking at it in more depth. And it's like more, it's like, again, we'll go back to Gran Turismo.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's like me with Gran Turismo and driving and stuff. You've got to look at your corners, see where your opponents are, see if you can go around them.
That's why I asked you, because to me, I just thought you get in the car, you put your foot down, you turn, you race. But no, because I was being ignorant and decided not to break it down. I broke it down with you and said, why did he crash there? Why is that bit like that? Why are they testing it this way? And you broke, and there was more to it. Yes, I didn't walk away being in love with cars.
No.
But I was like, there is more to this than meets Transformers. I didn't mean to do Transformers. There's more to this than meets the eye. And just by asking a question and breaking it down, I have now a different level and understanding and respect for racing cars and shit like that.
Yeah.
Just because, like I said, it wasn't just, I just saw it as car goes from, that's it. There's more to it. It's just, I don't know, maybe just practice it one time or have a go at it. Just look at something or look at something maybe that you're not a massive fan of, like a film or a sport of some kind, and break it down and look at it and go, okay, so this is that, that's that, and this is this. And like I said, you might not come away from it loving it, but you'll go, there's more layers there. Augurs are like onions and they have layers. There we go. Sorry, time fucking weird. We got like 50. I think it was 6:05 this cinema, to be fair, exactly. I can't wait for the milkshake though, Chris. I'm going to take snacks, but I don't know if I'm going to eat them. I still feel hot and minging and sweaty and disgusting.
You always do when we rant on.
Yeah, but I'm still fat and I feel hungry, but I just feel like I just want to just be in an ice bath.
I'll probably wait till after and figure out what I fancy then.
Yeah, we'll leave the cinema. If I am feeling pecky... Oh, I can't see it, to be fair. Maybe I will, I don't know. Anyway, visuals, there we go. That's
Aye.
That's me just rambling away and Chris talking all about turtle dick. Chris loving that turtle day.
No, I'm not.
I was. I found that quite fascinating. I told you I'm going to Google how they have sex later when I'm in bed. And if something happens, Laura, we might have a fetish. Imagine if I dressed up being like, Laura, can I practice her fetish? She's like, okay. So can you dress up as something lovely in a gown or whatever? A lovely little nightgown. I rock in dressed as like Raphael, full on size and everything. Be like, we're going fuck. And I'm just there with my red headband with the turtle boys with a bit of pizza. We're going to get our turtle on. Single.
She's going to knock you out like.
Single. Well, just to be fair, actually, I don't even think that would make her, I reckon... Because I probably love the girl, and I think she loves me. I feel like
I think she's got off, you know.
Yeah, she might do. But I even think, right, my stupid idioticness might have corrupted her brain, where she might even say, "If you want some turtle power, come on then," and then she'll let me do it to be happy, and then we'll crack on with life. I reckon that might be the case. I don't actually know, maybe we'll see.
Well, I need to give myself some turtle power. To be fair.
Meaning what?
Not Laura. I don't mean Laura.
No, I didn't think Laura.
I don't mean you either.
No, I don't mean me. No, I don't mean me. Wait, I just got confused. Do you actually want to dress up and play turtles? No. Oh right, no, 'cause I was up for that. I thought you meant You wanted to dress up and play Turtles because I'm so down for that shit.
No!
Okay. Oh, you mean Turtle Power some action?
Yes!
Right. Don't ever see if Chris goes on a date and happily messages a girl, "Hi, do you want some Turtle Power?" You will be blocked, pal. You will.
I think I will be.
I thought you meant DOS.
No!
Because I described me
Well,
in
we
the
could
outfit.
do an outfit at some point,
I'm
but
so
not
down.
outside of Turtle
I'm
Power.
so down for. I don't think anybody's ever used the Turtles as a sexual innuendo.
I think that we should finish before we say anything else.
Or do anything else.
Should have.
Visual speculation. I always give you a on.
Bye.
What was your ending?
I don't know.
Ah!
Bye.
Bye.